Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Rebecca Jez, and I am the faculty lead of the rebranded name of the Social Justice and Advocacy series here at USD. About a year and a half ago, we gave out books, the books stamped from the beginning, and had a reading club that commenced, and it was a really powerful opportunity for us to not only learn, but talk about some of the history and the impact that it's had on society and our community. When we found out that Netflix had put out their movie around this book, we decided that we would do a movie screening of that and bring people together so we could have discussion again. So thank you very much for being a part of this, and we will go into our land acknowledgement.
Yeah, I'd like to start by acknowledging that the land on which USD is built is traditional and unceded territory of the Kumeyaay Nation. We pay respects to the citizens of the Kumeyaay Nation, both past and present, for their continuing relationship to their ancestral lands. At the University of San Diego, we begin many events and gatherings with this land acknowledgement, cultivating mindfulness of where we are in the history of this place. We also regularly begin with a prayer, seeking to ground ourselves firmly in our purpose and mission, establishing that solid foundation before diving deep into the numerous important issues that typically occupy our time and attention. This way of proceeding with the land acknowledgement and prayer is intended to help us be mindful of our history, purpose, mission, what we most deeply want to be about, why we do what we do.
So one of the other intentions that we've had for creating these spaces is to share different resources. So not just give a land acknowledgement where we have a statement and maybe pause for reflection, but also lead people to learn more about the different communities. So we have a link here to the American Indian Museums, and we welcome you to go through and learn about different artists and portfolios that exist. But because we have a full schedule, I will move on with to our solidarity statement. Just as close to here as possible so that they can hear online.
So we as a social justice collective, or our solidarity statement is, we as a social justice collective of change makers are committed to uplifting and providing a better quality of life for our community. We are educational leaders, scholars, and activists fighting against systemic and institutional racism and inequities by organizing events for learning, expressing, acting, healing, and reflecting, sharing information on social media and professional platforms, collaborating with the community, which includes student organizations, community-based organizations, faculty, or USD faculty and staff, and change makers from local and global communities.
Thank you. And one of the big initiatives that we had this term was to really think about our rebranding. So although we basically kept our solidarity statement, we've changed it twice before since May of 2020 when we first wrote the statement. We realized that most of the things apply, so most of the changes have been additions. The section here that we're focusing on this semester is really talking about the action part of social justice. So not just sitting back and being members of our society and our community, but actually creating space for change. So after we watch the movie, we will have a discussion, and everyone online will be in one discussion group, and then everyone in the room will be in a different discussion group. So if you want to, as you're watching, just think about any learnings that you have, so something that you learned from watching it, any unlearning, so something that was surprising or you hadn't heard in that way, and then think about the impact that learning about these different historical experiences, what impact does it have on you, and then finally we'll talk about any action that we can do to create a more just society. So online. But I'm going to mute us in here for the discussion part. And then also I was just going to go through the last slide, which is just announcements for our next event or events. we're working right now on a podcast series of examining genocide, and so that'll be something that you can listen to. Once they come out, will be happening, right? And then we also have on April 26th, the engagement with Indigenous communities, and that'll be another hybrid event where we'll have it in person and also online. And so anyone is welcome to join us there. Cassie or Dominic, could you put in the links to the feedback form and the registration for April? And I'm gonna go back to here and then mute this so that you all can have your discussion.
Much for speaking up, and I hope Stamped meant something to everyone here. I could watch it like 20 times, to be honest with you. I could take notes, I could be typing, and I mean that could be a whole, I don't know, a poster session at one of these conferences. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for your time. I know time is valuable, and yeah, join us again, okay?
Thank
All right,
you.
good night. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good night. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.